pulses production in India. Why we are discussing this? India's masoor or lentil production is estimated to touch an all-time high of 1.6 million tons in 23-24. Pulses is an important area of UPSC. Okay. Why? Because India is the largest producer and also importer of the pulses in the world. India is the largest producer and consumer and importer of pulses in the world. When we consider area, pulses account for about 20% of the area under food grains. Okay, only 7 to 10% of the total food grain production in the country is contributing. 20% of area is of the food grains is pulses, but only 7 to 10% is contributed to the food grain. Okay, so why? Because the major food grain considered is rice and wheat. Majorly, the cultivation is also happening of rice and wheat because of MSP, Green Revolution, etc. Now, though pulses are grown in both Kharif and Rabi season, Rabi pulses contribute more than 60% of the total production. These are some of the data which you can use in while answer writing. Important thing to be remembered is India is the largest producer, consumer and importer of the pulses in the world. In the pulses itself, gram is the most dominant pulse, having a share of around 40% of the total production, followed by tur or arhar, which is 15 to 20%. Urad, the black malpe and moong are around 8 to 10%. Now, the major regions of production is Punjab, Haryana, Western UP, West Bengal Delta region, coastal Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, coastal eastern Karnataka and some part of Maharashtra. These yellow parts are majorly the pulses producing area. Punjab and Haryana along with the Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu coastal areas. Then West Bengal Delta. Here also the production is increased. Okay. Now, as we see, the production is increased. Okay. Even though the production has increased, the India is the largest consumer and also importer. This means that we are not producing as much for our domestic requirement. Okay. So, why? Because of one of the reason is low productivity. Because of the instability in yields, we are traditionally neglecting the pulses. Okay. And another important thing is with the advent of Green Revolution, majorly external inputs and also modern variety of seeds, high yielding variety of seeds are provided for the wheat and rice, not for pulses. So this indirectly or this made the farmers shift to rice and wheat rather than pulses or millets. Okay, so with the advent of Green Revolution, rice and wheat with using external input and modern variety of seeds are produced. And even in the areas where the earlier pulses were cultivated, the rice and wheat started growing. Next one is residual crop. Okay, means it is mostly considered as something which is as a filler crop mainly. So if rice or wheat is cultivated and we have time, then we cultivate pulse. Okay, so it is mostly considered as a residual crop. Since it doesn't need much like rain or much irrigation, it is easily cultivated. Okay, so it is mostly considered as a residual crop, not as a primary producing crop or a primary crop. This is another important problem or challenge with regard to pulse production in the country. Okay. Even though the pulses, we are largest producer of pulses, we are not producing as such for our domestic requirement. The challenges are because of one is low productivity, as because we are traditionally neglecting the pulses. Next one is residual crop, and also we are considering it as a residual crop. And also with the advent of Green Revolution, more external input, high yielding variety seeds of rice and rice and wheat are increasing. So we ignore the pulses. Next one is technological advances. This will be inconsistent with the high yielding variety as well. No technological advancement can be seen in pulses crops. And also lower beneficial. If we consider wheat and rice, there are more like MSP, even in the case of MSP or in the case of return, that is high compared to that of the pulses. So farmers consider it to be less beneficial. And also lack of high yielding varieties, or the farmers turning into the high yielding varieties in cases of pulses are very less. Now, post harvest loss is also high. That means pulses sometimes require adequate infrastructure, storage facilities, etc. Unlike the rice and wheat. So it means that there is initial cost which is incurred for the storage facilities or post-harvest facilities. So this also further reduces the pulses growth in the country. Now, but there are certain initiatives by the government to increase the pulses in the country, because we are consuming it also, we are producing it also, but we are importing at a larger rate also. Importing at a larger rate means there is increasing import burden in the government. So government will have certain initiatives to reduce the import and to increase its domestic production, right? So these are some of the initiatives. First one is PM Asha. Okay. So here, majorly to ensure remunerative prices to the farmers, PM Asha is implemented. Okay. It consists of price support scheme, price deficiency payment scheme, private procurement stock scheme. Okay. That means that the correct remuneration should be made should be made available to the farmers for the pulses as well, similar to that of the rice and wheat. The farmers can transform into the cultivation of pulses also. Okay. Now the next one is integrated scheme of oil seed, pulses, oil palm and maize. Okay. It is also included to, or also launched to produce nearly 14 major pulses in different states. Now the next is Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. It also was one of the major initiative towards increasing cultivation of pulses. Next one is National Food Security Mission for pulses. Okay. Here also the increase in areas of expansion and also productivity for increasing the pulses cultivation were emphasized. Next one is research and development by ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, along with the state agricultural universities, were developing the high yielding varieties of pulses which can be cultivated in the certain area. Means there can be an increasing high yield varieties of which are locally adaptable. These are some of the initiatives of the government to improve the pulses. One is PM Asha. Then the next one is Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, National Food Security Mission pulses, then research and development, etc.